I have a brand new Reolink camera here to share with you. I used to think the Argus 4 Pro was the cutest of the cameras, but this Reolink Duo 3 Wi-Fi, I think may have won. It has little antennas that are sure to pique your interest, if you will. Welcome back to Josh's Smart Home. If you're new here, I've been building out my smart home for about a decade now, and I want to share with you what I've learned, and hopefully I can help you to make your home smarter as well. Full disclosure, Reolink did provide this free of charge to me, but you're going to get my fair and honest review because I don't see any point in sharing with you information that I don't feel is accurate. I want to go ahead and share the specs of the Reolink Duo 3 Wi-Fi with you. With the two cameras, you might suspect it can see 180 degrees, which is absolutely awesome because you can put it on the side of your house right in the middle and get the full coverage for that side. Maybe, if I would have been thinking about how do I design my system, maybe I would have went with this and just put it right in the middle, but you'd have to have an outlet or something there. So think about through that process, if it makes more sense for you to plug it in and have that full view from the middle, or maybe you have some power over Ethernet at the corners where you can have, overlapping views and make sure you have full coverage if that's what you're looking for. But there's a lot of options here. It does have the dual Wi-Fi, so it has 2.4 and the 5 gigahertz. It's the Wi-Fi 6 on this camera. And it does have the color night vision, so you can see the colors at night, which is a cool feature. In addition to the AI, so it has the vehicle detection, the person detection, as well as the pet detection. It's smart home ready, so you can integrate it with the Google Home or my personal favorite, Home Assistant. Reolink has a great Home Assistant integration, so I highly recommend that one. And I buried the lead. It has Ultra HD, 16 megapixels. Insane. This thing is absolutely awesome. All right, let's go ahead and get this unboxed and we'll get it set up. So we'll open it up here and we have some documentation on top, and it looks like right here are the antennas on top as well in this foam. So right in the middle to protect those. So that's a nice setup there. And then we have a power supply and the camera, which is in here nice and snug. We have the nice Reolink camera here. So look at those eyes, and I think once we get these antennas on top, you're going to see that this is quite possibly the new cutest camera that I own. We have the mount, and then we have another cord here that looks like it's the power cord extension from the camera itself to the plug location. And then there's also a little Ethernet cord, I'm guessing, for the initial setup here because this is a Wi-Fi camera. So that's everything that's in the box, and we'll go ahead and get this set up and hooked up. So I'm going to go ahead and get this set up. I did plug it into an outlet, and now I'm going to plug in the Ethernet cord right here so that we get the initial network connection, and then we'll go into the app and then add it. And the first thing we got to do is scan it. We scan it, it beeps, and let's see if it connected to the network yet. It did just plug it in, and it did. So just like that, we're in, and we'll go through the process here. I'm going to fill out the admin information, and then I'll continue after that. I'm just going to leave it the name that it has here, and I'll connect it to my network. And once I connect it into the Wi-Fi, I just left the name as it was. Then the initialization is complete, and you can see immediately we have the camera, and this is in the theater, and it's sort of behind the chairs here. So we'll lift it up here a little bit so you can get a better view of the theater. And you can see right on the end, it definitely can see both ends of the countertop, the bar here, and I have it right over the edge. So definitely 180 degrees, and I can go down and you can see the back of the chair, and you can see that line right in the middle. So if you get it really close, it has a little bit of an adjustment you'd have to make to stitch that together. But these longer views, there's not really, you can see just a hint of a line maybe on the difference in shade, but it stitches it together awesome. So let's disconnect the Ethernet cable and set it up in the NVR. All right, here we are at the NVR. So I have it up on the TV here. I don't usually have the TV, but I stuck it up here so we could see it. And I'm going to replace the camera in the office with the Reolink Duo 3 Wi-Fi. So you hit next, and then you have to enter the password. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. All right, I put the password in, and it's connecting, and you'll see it pop up here in just a second. And there it is. It's in the theater, and we have lights off right now. So have to go into it and look at it. And there you can see it has the whole image across the monitor, and we can look at it here. So let's jump back down and I'll show you what the quality is. All right, I'm back in the theater again, and I want to put this Reolink Duo 3 Wi-Fi to the test. And I'm not going to say like a low light situation. I'm going to cut the lights. We're not going to have any lights. We're going to see what it can do. We'll start with the infrared and then move over to the spotlight. So here we go. Hey, turn off the theater lights, and now you can see it's pitch black from the camera, but immediately the Reolink IR infrared kicks on, and you can see me really well, despite the fact that it is pitch black in this room. The feed's really good, and we have pretty clear picture as well. So I can zoom in here, and you can clearly make out who it is. And I don't think you can say that same thing. You know, there's a little bit of light from my phone, but you definitely can't see beyond that from the camera that I typically use for filming. And it's a relatively expensive camera, but it doesn't have anything on this Reolink Duo 3 Wi-Fi with its infrared technology and its picture in pitch black. So let's switch over and check out what happens when I turn on the spotlights. And now we have some light. Wow, is that bright? Definitely have those two little eyes with the antennas forming the horns. Definitely a cute little dude up there. But we have a much better situation. This is where we get the color night vision, and definitely can see all the colors, the greenish blue in my shirt. Not as much from the other camera, but we're really looking at the Reolink here, and wow, it's really good quality video here. So no concerns at all in a pitch black environment. So I'm going to walk up and just see where I go out of frame, and I am right beside. Yep, right beside. So I put my hand on here, and you can see right at the edge of me. So definitely about 180 degrees into 90 degrees on that side. Let's see what it is on this side where I can be picked up at. My hand is on the chair here, and again, I'm right at the edge of it. So right at 180 degrees for the view, and anywhere else clearly in the view of the camera. So that's really good. And let's see when I walk pretty far away, probably 25, maybe 30 feet away. I can zoom in, and it's a little bit far, but again, it's pitch black in here. So let me turn the lights on and see what it looks like then. Hey, turn on the theater lights. So now with the color, back from switching back to the lights being on, clearly you can see who it is a good 25 feet away, despite the fact that we have a 180 degree view and just total coverage here from this camera. So it's time for my final thoughts. Some of my favorite things about this camera are the 180 degree view that you get from the camera, the integration into, of course, Home Assistant and the other smart home platforms that it integrates with, has the AI detection. So people, vehicles, and pets are all, detectable by this camera. It's just a really nice setup you have here. The fact that it's pretty versatile. It has the, outlet that you plug in for the power, and then you can just use your Wi-Fi, and you can have it set up, in the middle of a wall and really cover the whole side of your house if you wanted to with this camera. So it could save you a lot of money and a lot of time and effort by just utilizing what's there. If you don't have power over Ethernet run, you can utilize that outlet and have everything you need right here. If you like this video, check out this video over here about my Reolink whole home security camera system. I think you're gonna love it.